Oh, hi there. I haven't made too many videos in the past couple of weeks, and that's because I've been on the road. Actually in San Francisco right now. Um, I visited Alcatraz. I saw Disneyland in Anaheim. I went to Universal Studios. It was a lot of fun, and I'm back in San Francisco right now. And there was one thing I wanted to do on this road trip, and that was to visit a military antique shop in Petaluma. I didn't know what the town, like, I didn't know anything about the town. My dad had been there 40 years ago, so lengthy amount of time. From what I saw, it was an alright little town. We didn't stop there to eat. I basically went there to check out the military shop that they had there, and well, the top part of the store had all kinds of stuff like baseball stuff, unusual clocks, just all kinds of stuff. I didn't have enough time to really take a good look at everything. It was my idea to go there, and my brothers and my dad sort of just came along with. But it was nice. And anyway, the militaria section was downstairs, and I had a pretty good browse of that. It's a lot bigger and has a lot more stuff in it than the command post in Victoria has. So there's some definite advantages to going there, and you can order the stuff online. I would refrain from doing that. I would rather, go there and see things for myself and decide if I want it from that perspective rather than ordering it online, because military items, antiques, they look different on the internet than they do in real life when you actually see it in front of you. I had the intention of picking up a helmet. They had many helmets. They had Spanish helmets, American helmets, post-war German helmets, other German helmets, and the one in particular I liked. I almost bought it. It would have ran at $1,000 American, so not cheap. The shell was good. The paint on the shell was good. The liner was good, although it was missing a chin strap. The decals are what I was really looking for, and unfortunately the expert, the boss of the person I was talking to, was away doing a show at the time, so unfortunately the person I spoke to didn't know too much about German helmets. And I totally would have thought the helmet would have been worthwhile getting anyway, even if the decals weren't authentic. And they looked authentic to me. I have no reason to believe they weren't, but I wasn't entirely sure. And neither was the person I was talking to. And I just needed that 100% sure that they were authentic. It was the eagle standing on the swastika on one side. It was a Luftwaffe helmet. I think it was an M40 or something like that. I should be better at knowing my stuff than I am. I don't know why. It just, it's actually a very complicated field. And on the other side, it had the German flag, which also looked pretty cool. But it was $1,000, and had I been speaking to his boss, he may have even cut me a deal, because that's what they did at the command post when I purchased a helmet. The M42 Stahlhelm that I purchased, which I'm very happy with, although the decals were not so good on that, which is why I was so particular about this one having good decals. I don't know if I was actually in the price range to be able to afford a helmet with good decals or not, but I don't know. I needed to be sure, and and my brothers and my dad were kind of giving a disapproval kind of vibe. So I ended up not getting that. But what I did get, and I'm very happy with, is a German Mother's Cross. And I will show you it right now. I got it in a box, which is always a good thing. Take a closer look at that. Box is in pretty good condition. It's got a little bit of a scruff there on the back. You know, usual kind of wear and tear. It's a little darker in some places. But this is a really awesome case, and if you know anything about collectibles, you know as soon as it's in a box, it's worth way more money. They actually had 3 different gold Mother's Crosses. They had one for about 120 American, which was, you know, for what it was not bad. Although the ribbon for it was reproduction. They clearly said so. And it didn't come in a box, obviously. That's the one my youngest brother wanted me to go with because he didn't want me to spend any money, but I didn't agree with him. They had another Mother's Cross, which had an authentic ribbon on it. It was gold, and that was going for about 180 American. But I ended up going with this one. Because it has an authentic box in good condition, and I paid about $300 for it. I'll show you it in one second, but I just wanted to show you this box for a second because this is amazing. They have a button here that actually opens it, and just, you know, that part of it looks it's pretty cool. It just opens it up. Anyway, here it is. The ribbon's the real deal on it. Give you a closer look at that. It's got an elastic band around it in case you're wondering what that is. It says C.F. Zimmerman Florzyme, something like that. Does have, you know, that's some pretty good nick. That part is good. Now let's take a look at the actual metal itself, which is what you guys have been wanting to see. This is gold, as you can see. This particular metal comes in gold, silver, and bronze. There is just that little scratch there, which can happen over time. Otherwise, it's pretty impeccable. I don't know a whole lot about this particular cross. I mean, it's hard to gather information about this sort of stuff on the internet, and unless you have physical specimens in your hand, which are not easy to get if you don't know people or, you know, don't actually have them yourself, then it's really hard to learn about this sort of stuff. But I think I'm getting a good grasp of it. The quality is good on this. I was definitely happy when I first looked at it. I'm just going to flip it around now so you can see the other side. 16th of December, 1938. It's got signatures on it, which I don't know what they are. I don't know whose signature there are or anything about it. Yeah, still interesting. The box behind where the actual metal is, as you can see, is slightly discolored, but, you know, given that it's 79 years old, I think we could give it some credit here. As you may well guess, I'm actually in a bathroom recording this because this is the best place to make this video, which I would normally not do. Like, I normally wouldn't take this metal into a bathroom, but it's just for now, and it's not going to get wet, so it's not a problem.
I did pay a steep price for this medal and the case that came with it. A lot of people I've talked to, particularly on Facebook forums, would rather pay close to nothing and get really good stuff. Well, yeah, that's not always how it works. If you want the real deal, you go to the right places and you pay for what they ask for. Hopefully, you're talking to, the guy in charge, and maybe he cuts you a deal. Who knows? But I'm happy for what I paid for this. I think it's a real cool thing to have. This thing, I just get the impression the chicks would really like it, and that they must never see it. I don't know. I don't know what they would think. I don't know. But it doesn't mean they're a candidate just because they watch this video, if you know what I mean. But this is most certainly a cool thing to have. And I highly recommend actually going to these stores if you want to buy these sort of things. I mean, yes, it's nice to get them at a better price if you run into someone who you know, or is willing to trade for different memorabilia or collectibles, I should say. It is nice to do that, but to be honest with you, every single person I know knows nothing or close to nothing about this sort of stuff. In fact, almost everyone I've talked to has never even seen this sort of stuff before and has no idea what it is. So going to a military antique shop is your best bet, because it's not that I don't trust the guys on Facebook or anything like that, but I'd rather buy it in person myself. Anyway, there's lots of information on this particular medal on Wikipedia. We'll just get a little look at the back and flip it over again so you can have another look at that. Yeah, just give a look from the side. And yeah, I guess this is my video. I really did want to buy a helmet, but $1,000, and I couldn't talk to the guy who knew all about it because he was away. That's just the way it worked out. But I will get a helmet again. Probably gonna have to head to the command post in a few months to do that, because although I like my Stahlhelm M42, I certainly think I could get a better helmet than that, because I want to constantly improve upon my collection, and I think this medal is a good step in that direction. Yeah, so if you guys have any comments, have anything you want to discuss with, give me a shout, and have a good one. Good day.